Hello and welcome back to my Traffic Hack Viper Advanced Training. In this module, we're going to go over the Facebook Traffic Viper XX training. I'm going to share with you some ideas, some steps, some tips that are not going to cost you a dime. These are free traffic methods. However, these are evergreen traffic methods and strategies that I'm going to introduce you to. Once you implement and put this into practice, you're going to discover quickly that this training is invaluable. Let's get right to it. When you think about Facebook ads, we just in the first module we covered several components, several steps that are all powerful and effective once you implement them. Let me reiterate something at this point of the training. It's going to be crucial and critical that you begin to implement bits and pieces of the training as you go. Don't try to do all of the training and then go back and say, oh, now I'm ready to implement. I want you to start implementing step by step, piece by piece. Make sure that you implement something each day, just a few steps here and a few steps there. Let's do it. Let's get to the training. Okay. One of the things that's tempting, a tempting tactic, is to buy Facebook ads with Facebook through the Facebook Ads Manager. Well, I get that, and that's something that's a practical, that's an option that's out there. So with Facebook Ads Manager, using a customized audience, you can target your ads, you can drive traffic right to your page. But unless you really understand the return on your investment, Facebook efforts, what's going to happen is that you could end up spending a lot of money over time. However, in the meantime, what I'm suggesting and what I'm going to show you is, even if you do go via the route of the Ads Manager, these are some things that you can do that are going to be evergreen, that are going to pay off in the long run, that are going to be organic, that are going to help you with your bottom line. Let's get right to it. By the way, keep this in mind. As I said before, implement a few steps at a time. When I show you something new or something that you haven't seen before, that you haven't really done, maybe you've heard about it, go ahead and just implement a few steps. Do this on a regular basis. Try to implement something, a few steps here and there on a regular basis, and what you're going to find out is this is going to grow. Okay, so let's get to it. The verbiage, when you offer an exclusive deal, the verbiage that you use is going to be crucial. So something like follow us on Facebook for our best deals, right? Coupled with a follow button can incentivize the visits and followers. So make sure that you mention this deal is an exclusive to our Facebook followers. Just keep that in mind. Here's a little example for you. You're going to be able to reference this material again and again. I strongly suggest that you constantly reference this material. I gave you several components and steps in the first module, so you don't have to remember all this in your head. You don't have to write it all down right away. Just come back to it, let it sink in, and you're going to find out as you implement, as you take a few notes, as you implement. The key is implementation. So let's keep going. So I want you to run contests, especially voting contests, to drive traffic that will engage your page. The key here is engagement. So you run this little contest. It's a voting contest. People go and tell their friends, their family, and now people are talking about it. People are participating and they're engaging. That's key. Again, here's a little example. Run a giveaway. Much like offering exclusive deals, giveaways drive traffic. The giveaway, you can also collect email addresses. In essence, you're going to ultimately be creating a buyer's list that those people ultimately begin to buy, an item here and an item there. That's a buyer's list. Beautiful. Now, so another sample or example is make sure that you're posting often enough and varying the type of post. Right? You want to post on a regular basis. You want to vary the type of post. You want to be posting things that show you want to make sure that you show all of your posts at one time, Facebook would show all of your posts in a certain section, right? Well, these days, the algorithm with Facebook, they decide which posts will appear in each of your followers' feeds. So on average, as few as 2% of all your followers will see the content of your post. So in addition to posting often and varying the type of content that you post, from everything from videos, photos, and stories, etc. There are other ways that you can beat the Facebook algorithm, right? So just remember, there is a fine line between posting often enough and too often, right? There's a fine line there. So just keep that in mind. And just remember that the key again is to implement a little bit as you go. You learn a few tips and ideas. Just go and implement something. Take small steps, and you're going to find out these small steps. Eventually, you're going to be up and running. Number 5 is post content relevant to current events. This case study shows how a business combined the power of a giveaway with the relevancy of the 2016 election. Their marketing included breaking news video clips to tell a story about the giveaway and a parody election coverage, right? So the giveaway collected to 126,000 entries. So, all of these are just ideas that you can kind of consider and kind of think about. But again, the key here is to implement as you go. Now, number 6, engage with your users. Okay, you want to respond to comments, to messages directly that are directed to you, directed at you. Make sure that you respond. Make sure that you engage your followers. They're engaging you. Make sure that you engage them. That's critical. That's crucial. Now, whether they're questions, complaints, or compliments, whatever the case might be. Again, you got some samples, some examples here. Number 7, offer exclusive information on your page. Always keep it updated. Perhaps your business is affected by weather. For example, a ski resort would keep their page updated with snow conditions, traffic conditions, parking lots, or how much space is left in the parking lot. All make sure that your information is relevant, up to date, and so on. All of the above. Again, you want to just look at some of the examples. And here's something that's crucial. You don't always want to be in that sales mode. You don't always be making a pitch. So in other words, it's one thing if you're offering some kind of a deal or a discount on your Facebook page, but it's entirely another thing to always be selling to your fan base. So make sure that you're offering content that's of value to them. When you're putting out this content, this video, this post, whatever you're putting out, make sure that it's not screaming buy our stuff. Get into the mode of giving away something free from time to time. Get into the mode of literally providing relevant, updated, valuable information that people can find value in. Give them something that they can use, and so on. Now, here's something else. The next 4 ideas that we're going to talk about are going to help you do things outside of Facebook to help drive potential followers to your Facebook page. For example, all of your other social media accounts, your website, your blog, and all these other locations. When you begin to drive traffic from these other sites, these other platforms to your Facebook page, what's happening? Obviously, you're enhancing that Facebook page, and so you're further creating that opportunity for traffic. You're going to be doubling the traffic, so to speak. Now, so promote exclusive deals offering on your Facebook page. We talked about these exclusive deals before, but give that a go. I mean, it's not enough to offer exclusive deals on your Facebook page alone. You have to tell people about that deal from your online store, from your website, your blog. So in other words, use these other platforms to boost up your Facebook page. Sometimes your Facebook page is just introducing an idea or giving them the overview of an idea of one of your campaigns, of one of your offers. but you can kind of go into much more detail with a blog, with a website, with another social media site. So you can kind of go really get down to the nitty gritty and to the levels of what you're offering with your other sites. Now, number 10, ask participants to like your page as a step to participating in a contest or a giveaway. That's something to think about, and it really works. But keep in mind that Facebook has certain guidelines. So you don't really want to be butting heads with the guidelines on Facebook. So kind of be aware of what those guidelines are, right? But it's the way that you do it. If you do it in a way where you say something, for example, like, okay, so a step to enter this contest could read, like this page or fill in the form. You get my drift. Okay, now there's another little example here. Like us on Facebook, fill out the entry form. Promote the exclusive information you post on your Facebook page. From your website, your blog, or other social media sites, direct people to find the information they're looking for on your Facebook page. In the example I mentioned earlier about the ski resort, their Facebook page updated with snow conditions, times for the lifts, so on. So there's a coordination between the different social media platforms in conjunction with your Facebook page. Now, number 12, invite followers from other social media channels. If your Facebook page is where you want to drive traffic, let followers on your other social media channels know that Facebook is where the action is. Stress that, emphasize that, and just kind of put that information out there. Okay, so you're inviting followers from other social media channels. Again, I want to thank you for coming to this module, for checking out this training. And again, you can refer back to this. What I strongly suggest is that you implement a couple of these tips, put it into action, take some time out of your day, implement a few steps, and keep doing this implementation step by step by step, and you're going to see the results. Thank you for this training. There's one more module with the Facebook training, the Facebook traffic XX training. Hang in there.